Hey, John, I wanted to help. I know you had the question of how do you train yourself, right? So what I did is I went to Teams and I just created a training myself team, right? So you've got just this team set up. Now, what you'll do from a training standpoint is you're actually going to go to athletes and you're going to find yourself as an athlete and you're going to have a calendar, right? So just like any of your athletes, if you click on their calendar, you can program for them individually, right? So you'll come on here and you'll actually either create a training session or add something from your library. So you're good to go there. Now, just to clarify difference between teams and athletes and when you use one or the other, if you program something for a team, everybody on the team gets it, right? So if you program something for powerlifters, right? Anything that's on this calendar, every one of your powerlifters will get. So here's just kind of an illustration of this. If I go to powerlifting and I added a session for today, right? I'll create a session quickly. Let's say that we're gonna, we're gonna back squat, right? And let's create a custom rep scheme. We've got 3x5 at 50%, 65%, and 75%. Okay, maybe I throw some note in there, whatever, right? I'm gonna hit publish. Okay, so what happens is because I programmed on the powerlifting team, if I go to athletes now, what I'm gonna find is I can program for anybody individually, right? But at the same time, anybody that's on my team, so I'm gonna sort here for powerlifting. All three of these powerlifters are all going to have that session on their calendar. So if I went to Robert as an example and I clicked on his calendar, sure, I can program for him individually, but what I'm going to find on the 11th is I have his individual session. I also have the session that he has from the team, right? So if he didn't have like a personal session on here and all he had was this team session, he'd see this. Now, the beauty of programming for a team is I can still then click on a session and say, you know what, let me edit this just for Robert. Right, so I'm editing a team session at this point just for Robert. All right, and I'm going to edit this second session, not this one. But anyways, hopefully that's not too much. You can now program for yourself, and I just kind of wanted to articulate what the difference was between those teams and athletes calendars. It looks like everything's going really well on your, and I'm going to go into teams and into powerlifting and take that session off the calendar for you. But this is how you kind of scale programming to all the powerlifters versus just individually, one at a time. So you have an awesome day. We're here to help however we can. Thanks, John.